Okay guys, so I've laid it down so we can kind of see the inside of it. Um, so, first off we'll start up here, just like we did with the start button. So you have 5 tool lists, 5¼ inch bays. Push it forward, walk it back, pretty easy. Lots of room. The only one complaint that I can kind of see that might happen for some people is the fact that there are little tabs here to help guide your Blu-ray player or DVD player, whatever you're going to put in there. The issue with that is if you want to put like a pump or a reservoir in there, and it's not meant for these rails, you might have to bend them back in. That's the only complaint that I can think of or see. The wiring's real nice. I don't know if you can kind of see back here, but it's right here with my hand, and it goes straight back underneath here and to the back. So that's nice and tucked away. You already thought of that. Moving down, you have your hot swap drive bay, just like we showed you on the front. Now this is the updated one, so that when I got this from Newegg in late 2011, mid 2011, summer, fall, whenever I guess you want to call it, end of summer. It is coming with the SATA 3 6 gigabit per second. So that's always nice. And you can tell because it is one full piece. I talked to their tech support. If you guys have this case already or are buying it from a friend or what have you, if they are separated, it's going to be SATA 2 3 gigabit per second. So just be aware of that. To cool your hot swap, it used to come with 120. This is 140 millimeter. This is the updated one. It does have room below for, I believe, 3 more hard drives. And this is going to be able to be chilled by 120. You do have to purchase that separately, though. So down below, since we're already here, this is where you would wire for your extra hard drives, or again, you can put a pump down here or something. This is a pretty flexible case, it's so big. To the left you'll see another 140 millimeter fan for intake. Coming out of this air down here. You do have 2 grommets for your power supply wires to go out. And then here's where your power supply would sit. Standard mounting there. Now it's nice, it's below that, all the way here at the 240, which, forgot to mention, is you do have room to mount another 140 down here. It has a removable dust filter. So that's nice. Pretty easy to wash, just hand wash it, just be nice. Use a wet cloth or something. Not paper towel, because that'll get stuck in there. You have 3 feet to lift it off the ground to give it a little bit more airflow, and they are hollowed out, which is nice. Moving up, you'll see lots and lots of grommets everywhere for cable management. If you can't make cable management look good in this in 30 minutes, you're doing something wrong, because this is really easy. You'll notice here that they have labeled what kind of motherboards will fit. I'm kind of surprised other cases don't do this. So you have MATX, EATX, and regular ATX. Large back panel door for your CPU heat sinks, in case you want to swap it on the go. So now that I talked about the fans down below, up top you have 320 millimeter ducts for intake or exhaust, your choice, or it will fit a 360, 240, or 120 radiator. So lots of room. I actually plan to get the H100 from Corsair. just to start water cooling. In the case, just keep it nice and easy. And I'm actually going to put it at the two most front ducts and have the wiring or the tubing come straight down. That way I can have an exhaust here and an exhaust here, so I'll just push all the air to this corner. That's my plan anyway. So in the back, you'll have more cooling vents. See if we can focus this. There we go. You have two water tubing grommets, in case you wanted to go real water cooling versus Corsair's quick and easy way. Your I/O, just like I showed you in the back, you have your 140mm fan I talked about, and your 7 PCI express slots, or expansion slots. But what I did want to talk about is these are thumb screws. So really easy. Down below, you're going to have more cooling. These fans are just 3-pin, in case you were wondering. This one, again, is a 3-pin. And then this one down below, I'll take the back panel off and show you something. So it's really cool. What I wanted to show you guys is that this fan, and if you mount 120, it'll actually blow through the hard drives and into a rear spacing back here. So I'm going to flip it around once more and show you guys that. Okay, guys, so I stood it back up. Let's take this rear panel off. See how easy that is? Push the button, pull it to the side, and then just kind of lift up. Okay. So here's kind of behind the scenes of everything. Your door I talked about, here's a tab to open it. So huge. Don't mind all the booze and stuff. That's not for you guys. All the grommets. Now they did tuck away all of the stuff I talked about earlier, so that's nice. Let's see what they got going on here as far as headers for your motherboard for the front panel. So, LEDs, looks like. That's not good. Don't do that. Don't let that fall. Don't want to scratch anything. That was really loud. Anyway. Let's see if I can get this one handed. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. I'm going to do this trick again. I thought that was a good trick. Because I don't have a knife on me, which I usually do. I'm just going to do it this way. Okay. So, looks like you're going to have, let's see. You're going to have your front panel audio and mic. Okay. Trying to check these out how you do them. You're going to have USB 3 is actually going to be just a pass-through. So pay attention to that. Your FireWire, and then your USB. So that's going to be all your front panel connectors. Of course, power and reset were in there. Here. So I'll just have that run probably straight down like they had it, and then in here. But look how long this cabling is. Like, holy cow. Where do they want you to use? So you have as much room as you're going to need. So it reaches all corners. So that's, I'm glad they gave you more. Rather than not enough. So here's what I really wanted to talk to you guys about. Get that out of the way. So, that hard drive that I talked about, the hard drive fan, will actually blow out right here. Oh no, let's see. See if I can turn this bad boy. That's about as much as I can turn it. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Alright. So, you'll notice that there's a little bit more of a gap here. But the air is actually going to be pushed out of here and along, and then out of here and behind. What I think I'm going to do is probably just take that off, and hopefully this air will cool the back of the motherboard even more. So I'm just going to leave that off. I don't really need it on there. So even more cooling in the back of the case. It will be a little bit warm air because it is pushing through hard drives, but I'm going to leave down here open because I'm just going to have probably 1 or 2 solid states. I already have one, and a couple 1 terabyte Seagate drives down there. So I don't really need a bunch of hard drives. I'm going to leave this probably open for cooling, like I said. I'll have my my Blu-ray, and then a fan controller, and that's probably it up there. I like those buttons. That's an ingenious design. So it'll just pass out here through the back. So that's going to be kind of my overview of the Corsair 800D. I would strongly recommend it. It's not really supposed to be that great for air cooling, so do keep that in mind. I'm doing wussy water cooling, I guess you could say. I'm kind of being a little girl about it, but I'm just going to use an H100, like I said, right below here, and then exhaust out the back. So everything's going to kind of push in from the bottom and go to the top. So I'll record temps later. I will be running an i7 940 in here, and I'll probably overclock it to 4 gigahertz. And just like most of the other builds I've done for my friends, I just need a new computer, so it's time. I don't know. So hopefully we'll get in the other parts pretty soon. I do have to rebuild my engine, so it might take a little bit longer than anticipated, but that gives you guys an idea. Good luck, guys. If you have questions, just post them down below. And subscribe would be nice, but you don't have to.